Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Remember you have a test tomorrow, so be sure you're studying for that. So today students will be able to determine the effects on the graph of the parent function, and we're looking at linear functions now. So linear function is a straight line, alright? So linear parent function is y equals x, so that means before we do anything, before we change anything, it's always y equals x. Okay, the x-intercept is where the line crosses through the x-axis. Slope is rise over run, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The y-intercept is where the line crosses through that y-axis. A positive slope, when you read it like a book, it's going up. A negative slope, when you read it like a book, it's going down. A zero slope is a straight line. Undefined slope is a vertical line. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Parallel lines, they never ever touch and they have the same slope. Perpendicular lines cross and they have a slope that are opposite reciprocals. So this is positive 2 over 1. The opposite reciprocal would be negative 1 over 2. Okay, so now we're going to look at our notes for today. I'm going to draw the lines for you, and then I want you to answer the questions. So, let's start off with A. We're going to draw that line y equals x. So the y-intercept is at 0, and the slope is 1 over 1. Because then there's nothing in front of x, that means your slope is 1 over 1. And when you don't have a number at the end, that means that your y-intercept is 0. So we go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Be sure you're drawing this on your paper. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And then we do the backwards. Now connect your dots. And then be sure to draw an arrow at the end because this line never ends. Alright, so that's our first one. Now, let's see what happens when we add this plus 2 to the end. Okay? Let's see what happens when we add plus 2 at the end. Well, this plus 2 is our y-intercept. So we go up 2. That's our y-intercept. Our slope is still 1 over 1. 1 over 1. All the way, 1 over 1. Then we go backwards. Connect your dots. Draw your arrows. So when you added this plus 2, what happened to the graph? It moved up 2. Okay? Notice from here to here, it moved up 2. So if you add this plus 2 to the end, it moves it up 2. So what do you think is going to happen when we add a plus 5? Okay? Let's see what happens when we add the plus 5. Our y-intercept is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our slope is still 1 over 1. So 1 over 1. Connect your dots. Okay, so how did this change from the original? It moved up 5. But how did the orange line change from the blue line? It moved up 3. Because 2 plus 3 will give you 5. Okay, so now what do you think is going to happen when we do x minus 3? X minus 3. Well, our y-intercept is this negative 3. So we go down 1, 2, 3. Okay, the slope is still 1 over 1. Connect those dots. So how did the pink line change from the red line? It just moved down 3. How did the pink line change from the orange line? Moved down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It moved down 8. Because 5 minus 8 is a negative 3. Okay, and let's graph this last one. See if you can beat me to it. y equals x minus 7. Okay, so the y-intercept is negative 7. See if you can graph it before me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it's 1 over 1. Okay, so we draw that line. And it moved down 7 from red. How far down did it move from the pink? 1, 2, 3, 4. It moved down 4 because negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. Okay, so that's how it translates up and down for linear graphs, linear functions. So I want you to answer the questions below this. Pause the video and answer the questions. Now part 2. Now we're going to see how the slope changes the graphs. Okay, how the slope changes the graphs. So first off, we're going to start with y equals x. So the y-intercept is 0. The slope is 1 over 1. Connect those dots. Draw those arrows. All right. So now let's look at the next line. Y equals 2x. Remember the slope here, it's rise over run, it's 2 over 1, okay? Our y-intercept is still at 0, but now we're going to rise 2 over 1. 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 And then go backwards. Down 2 over 1. 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 Okay. Connect those dots. So how did the orange line change from the purple line? The orange line became more steep, okay? So the bigger the slope, the more steep it becomes. So this next one, y equals 3x, what do you think is going to happen there? Is it going to become more steep or less steep? Let's find out. So our y-intercept is still 0. This time the slope is 3 or 3 over 1. So we rise 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1. Go backwards. 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1. Connect our dots. So did it become more steep or less steep? More steep. So the bigger the number, the bigger the slope, the more steep the line becomes. So now let's look at y equals 1/2 x. The y-intercept is still 0, but now the slope is 1 over 2. So rise 1 over 2. 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 And then go backwards. Down 1 over 2. 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 Connect your little dots. So remember, our original line is this purple line here. So how did the pink line change from the purple line? It became less steep. So if you have a fraction for the slope, it becomes less steep. So what do you think is going to happen with that 1/4? What do you think will happen with the 1/4? Let's find out. Okay, so the y-intercept is still 0, but now we're going to rise 1 over 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go backwards. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect the dots. So what happened to that line? It got less steep, okay? So the smaller the fraction, the less steep the line becomes. Very last one we have here. Y equals negative 4x. So this is our first view with a negative. What do you think that's going to do? Think about it. What do you think that negative will do? Let's find out. So our y-intercept is still 0. Now we have a negative 4 over 1. Okay, negative 4 over 1. So that means go down 4 over 1. down 4 over 1. Okay, then you go up 4 over 1, up 4 over 1. So the line's steep, but what else do you notice? It's going the other way. It's been reflected, okay? So negatives reflect things. Just keep that in mind. All right, now I want you to finish the rest of the worksheet, answer the questions below. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.